Hi everybody, Sonja Badesi here from Success Fitness, and today we're going to be doing our Yoga Pilates fusion, and we're going to be focusing a little bit more on the Pilates end of things today versus the yoga. Okay, so we're going to start on all fours. We're going to warm up the spine a little bit, and then we're just moving on from there. So what you need is a towel or a mat or something soft that you can have underneath you. If you need a little bit more cushioning underneath your knees, I suggest having maybe a couple yoga blocks or a couple extra towels for the knees. And as well as if you need hydration, so water, but hydration should really be taken care of before you're doing any sort of online or in-class type fitness or whatever that movement is going to be, right? So even if you're outside running, it shouldn't be done while you're doing it. It should be more done after and before. All right. But if you do need water during, definitely you're more than welcome to have your water handy and sip it. Don't guzzle it down because we don't want to start cramping up. All right. You ready to go? We're going to come over on all fours. We're going to take our hands right underneath your shoulders, and all I'd like you to do is a nice little cat and cow from here. So we're going to tuck that tailbone under, exhale, inhale, release, and again, exhale, 2, and release, and again, exhale, 3, and release, and again, 4, and release. We're going to do 10 in total, 5, getting the head in there a little bit more. And again, 6, really think about your tailbone tucking under. 4 more times. And release. 3 more. And release. Last 2. Very nice. 1 more time. And release. Good. We're going to tuck your toes under. We're going to come up into a downward dog, lifting it right up, pressing those heels into the floor. And we're not going to force this because we're not super warm yet, right? So what I'd like you to do is lift one heel, push the opposite heel down, and we're just going to switch this for 10. 1, 2, nice little walking dog. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, good. 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Pressing both heels down, head going right through, opening it up through those armpits. So we want to try to squeeze those shoulder blades, dropping it back down to the knees on all fours. We're going to do a downward dog hover. So we're going to keep our hands underneath your shoulders. And when we come down on all fours, we're not dropping those knees quite all the way down to the ground. We're just hovering them slightly above the ground. Okay. So look something like that. So that's as far as you're going to come up, just about an inch. Okay. So from there, downward dog. Ready? Up we go. Then go back to that hover. 1. And again, downward dog, 2, and hover. And again, 3, and hover. Good. 4, and hover. And again, 5, and hover. 6, and hover. Very nice. 7, and hover. Good. 8, 9, 1 more. 10, hover, and drop. There we go. Child's pose. Arms extended. When we're not child's pose position, just rotate those wrists around, giving them a little break, rotating them around the other way. Very nice. We're going to come right back up on all fours, hands underneath your shoulders. We're going to go into a high plank position. So we're going to take both feet back. Your back is aligned with your shoulders. So what I don't want you to do is sagging it down or having your bum way up to the ceiling. We're going to alternate lifting those legs. Ready? 1, other leg. 2, good. 3, core's tight. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10, and release. Good job. Tuck your toes under. We're going to gently rock ourselves onto our feet, and we're going to come into a forward fold position. So I just want you to straighten those legs, keep your head down. We're going to cross those arms, And we're just going to rest your forehead against those arms. And we're just going to sway yourself from one side to the other side. Okay, just swing right, left. Let's do a couple more. Let's hold it right here. Let those arms go. Let your head just go. So we want to just let your head go, dangling it down, just letting it sort of hang. Taking that stress away from the upper part of the neck with all the sitting and typing and studying we're doing, right? Some of us driving. Nice and slowly rolling it up, one vertebrae at a time. Rolling those shoulders back, nice big rotations. Good, give me a few more. Open it right up. 2, last one. Awesome. We're gonna do some nice inhale and exhale. So just trying to get my hair out of here. All right, give yourself a nice deep breath in. On the exhale, I want you to bend into those knees. And again, swinging it up. Get all that air. Good, moving through the body. Come on, waking everything up. And again, reaching it up. Give me 2 more of these. Awesome. Last one. And we're going to hold it up. Grab those hands and we're going to lean to one side. Nice stretch along those lats. Taking it over to the other side. Right? So again, because we're just warming up, we're not going to go too crazy yet, right? And again, so we don't want to go too deep, but as we progress within the next few minutes, you might find that your body lets you go a little bit further into things. There we go, and releasing it right here. We're going to keep our arms up, and we're going to have our palms facing each other right above those shoulders. We want your feet right underneath your hips. We're going to do a nice little yoga chair pose. So I want you to sit back into a squat. What we don't want is your knees to come forward past your toes. So really trying to sit into that chair, opening up those arms, and we're going to do an up and down. So what I want you to do is you're going to go up, let those arms come beside your hips. And we're going to go back into your chair, sweeping those arms back up 1. Okay? Down we go and sweep. 2. And again, down and up. 3. Down and up. 4. Down and up. 5. Good. Give me 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. And release, right? So the biggest thing with the chair pose is that your knees don't pop in and out. So really trying to pay attention on keeping everything nice and solid. Give me another nice deep breath in, but this time I want you to go back into that forward fold. Let your head go, let your shoulders go. Walking your hands and feet out into that plank position. Good work, holding that plank. We're going to drop to the knees into your child's pose. Arms extended. We're going to do a plank child hover. So all I'd like you to do is come back forward into your plank position, spreading those hands so that we're even, spreading your hands, spreading those fingers so we're evening pressing into each palm. And we're going to go from your plank, so knees off the ground, into a child's pose without pushing those knees back down to the mat. Okay, so ready? Plank into child. And again, plank into child. And again, 3, and push back. And again, 4, and push back. If this is difficult on your knees, just drop into the child, okay? 5, and plank. And again, 6, and plank. Good, working those thighs in the same time. 7, my knees are not on the ground. And again, 8, and plank. 2 more. 9, and plank. Last one. 10, and plank, dropping it back down. Whew, let's hold it right here. Let's rotate those wrists around. How is that? Right? Not as, it looks a lot harder than it is, but it's also a lot harder than it looks. I don't know. For everybody, it's a little different. And the truth is, we all have strengths and weaknesses, right? So some exercises we're like, oh yeah, that's easy, where somebody else would be like, that's really hard for me. So it's okay. We can't be good at everything. We're going to go back into your high plank position. And what I like you to do is we're going to go do a little glute kick. So we're going to have both legs back nice and straight. We're going to take in my case, I'm going to start with my right. I'm going to point my foot and I'm going to go up and down to the ceiling. So knee down, powering it up. 1. And again, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. 8, 9. One more. And 10. That knee's going to drop down. Your leg that's still extended, keep it back there. We're going to have so I have my left leg extended, my left hand stays put, my right knee's bent, okay? I'm going to take my right arm. I'm going to open up my chest, and then I'm going to take that hand, and I'm going to go all the way underneath, threading the needle. 1, and opening it up. Yes? 2, and opening it up. 3, and opening it up. Very nice. 4, and open. 5, and open. So it's a little bit more vigorous today. 6, if you want to slow it down, you can. 7, and open. And again, 8, and open. Good. 9, and open. One last time. 10, and open, and release. Let's go right into your child's pose. And again, more so to give your wrists a little break, give your lower back a little break, forehead going right down, really trying to reach those hands away. Good work. We're going to take it to the other side, okay? So we're going to come back into that plank. So I worked my right there. I'm now going to go to my left. So both legs are going to go back. My left foot is going to point. I'm going to go into that bend position. Drop your knee, lifting it up. 1. So we're on the other side, yes? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. That left knee is going to drop down. Right foot stays put. My left arm is going to do the thread needle this time. So I'm going to lift my left arm up, reaching it towards the ceiling. Let's thread the needle right underneath. Tapping that shoulder. 1, and reaching it up. Yes? And again, 2, and open. 3, and open. Awesome. 4, you got this. Open. 5, and open. 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, 10, and open, and release back into that child's pose, arms extended, and again, let those wrists go, right? Because we're doing a lot of supporting with those hands. And release. Good work. We're going to have a seat. We're going to sit right on the meaty part of the bum. So we call it in yoga, we call it spread the cheeks, right? We don't want to be right on that tailbone, right? So it's kind of uncomfortable there and it's not going to feel good. So knees, ankles, knees and hips, all nicely aligned. We don't want to pop those knees to the sides. And all we're going to do here is shoulders down again. We're going to scoop in. So belly button pulls towards your spine, shoulders are down and back, hands are going to be right behind those knees, and we're going to do 10 roll downs. So I just want you to roll down just below the shoulder blades. Let those hands go if you can. And then come right back up into that nice upright position. So the key is that we're not coming all the way down to rest, right? So there should always be tension on the core, okay? So give me 10 of these. Ready? Scoop the belly under. And let's go. 1, and lift. And again. 2, and lift. Now think of your spine as a little zipper. So we're going to go 1 zipper at a time. 3, and lift. Yes. And again. 4, and lift. So just below the shoulder blades. Yes. 5. So if you can't quite go that low, that's okay. Start with smaller. If it's right here, 6, and back up, that's fine. Well, we're working on it. 7, and up. Nice. And again, 8, and lift. Good. 2 more. Feel the core working. 9. Last one. 10, and up we go. From here, we're going to go into a V position. So we're going to come about half that distance. Shoulders retract down. We're going to have our arms straight in front of us, and we're going to alternate reaching one arm back. So we're going to reach it back as far as you can. If you can tap that mat, you can tap it down and back to the center. And again, 2, and center. Yes. 3, lean back. If this bothers your lower back, don't go as low. And again, 5, 6, I'm definitely getting warm here. 7, 8, 2 more. 9, last one. 10, and release. We're going to sit nice and upright. We're going to give yourself a nice seated forward fold to give me a nice deep breath. We're reaching it tall, hinging it forward, fold it, and hold it. So nose to knee, nice extension through that lower back. Let's hold it, hold it, hold it. Breathing into it. Go a little further if you can. If you can put your hands right behind those feet. If it's, that's not going to happen for you and you're just right here, that's fine. If you have a yoga strap that you can hang on to or a towel, right? Keep holding it. And release. We're going to take both hands behind you. We're going to stay in your heels. We're going to lift those hips as high as we can off the ground. Yes? Holding it right here for 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep your head in neutral. 4, 3, 2, and releasing it. Come back into your forward fold. Reaching it forward, nose to knee. All the way back, hands underneath your shoulders. Lift those hips as high as you can for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. If that was too difficult, you can do this with your knees more bent and lifting those hips up from there. Okay? We're going to come all the way onto your back. We're going to pull those knees into your chest. Give yourself a gentle rock side to side, just massaging through that lower back. Very nice. We're going to place those feet flat on the mat, and we're going to start with just some nice little small pelvic tucks. So I want you to make sure that your ankles, knees, and hips are aligned, right? And we're just going to take your pubic bone and we're going to pull it in and releasing it out. When that releasing out happens, is a bit of an arch. When that pull in happens, your lower back pushes right down so that there's no arch there, okay? So push it away and rotate it in. Open it up and pulling it back in. Good. And again, 4, and pull. And again, 5, and pull. And again, 6, and pull. And again, 7. I like putting my hands sometimes on my hip bones because I can sort of guide my hips to do this move. Let's do 3 more. And release. 2 more. And release. 1 more time, but this time we're going to hold it there. So lower abdominals are contracted. They got lots of attention there. Hands go behind your ears. We're going to keep that chin slightly tucked in. And I want you to look at your knees, and your elbows are going to stay out to the side. And we're going to do small little crunches, and we're going to do them nice and slow. Ready? Exhale up. And inhale slowly down. And again, exhale 2. And slowly releasing it down. And again. and slowly down. Keep that pelvic tucked in. 4 and release. There should be no discomfort in that lower back. 5 and release. And again, 6 7. Keep that pelvic tucked in. Don't let it go on the extension. 8 and again. 9. One more. 10 and release, right? So it's very small, very controlled. We're going to keep your pelvic tucked in like that. We're going to take our legs into a 90-degree angle and we're going to get ready for our 100. So our hips and knees are aligned. We're going to have our hands beside your hips off the ground. We're going to pump those arms nice and controlled. So if you had a little rubber ball underneath those hands, we're trying to squish that little rubber ball. So even by doing that, you should feel your core engaged, okay? So legs at 90, the closer they're in, the easier this is going to be. The further away you push them, the harder this is going to be. But don't let that lower back lift, okay? So find that right spot first. Lift your hands, lift your shoulders, chin tucked in. We're going to pump those arms. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Number one complaint here is usually the neck. And that's why we want to make sure that we're lifting from the shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and time. Pull the knees back in. Let's drop your head over to one side, stretching through the neck. Taking the head over to the other side, stretching through the neck. And back to the center. So the neck is the main problem with most people. And so what I usually say is, like, if you're here, there's a lot of strain here. So I really want you to curl in. So chin stays tucked in and all the lifting is coming from the shoulders and upper abdominals. We're going to do this again, but this time we're going to add on the pump, we're going to add one leg and then the other leg down, right? So if you need to rest your head down, you can totally do that as we go. All right, so legs at 90. Ankles lifting just slightly. We're not going to be resting them here, okay? Lifting it up, chin tucked in. Pump those arms. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Yeah? Inhale. Takes a little bit of coordination. Exhale. Inhale, exhale. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. 1 more. And pulling it back in. How did you do? Drop your ear over to one side. Take your head over to the other side, stretching it through. And taking them back to the center, feet flat on the ground, walk them in as far as you can towards your heels to your bum. If there's some discomfort in the knees, let it go a little bit, okay? Other than that, you're gonna hold it right here, hands stay down beside you. Again, remember earlier we did this pelvic tuck thing, yeah? So we're gonna do that pelvic tuck, but this time I want you to zipper it all the way up the spine, all right? So pelvic tuck, 1 vertebrae at a time, lifting it up. 1, zippering it back down. And again, exhale, 2, and releasing it back down. And again, exhale, 4, and back down. And again, 5, and back down. Take a look at those knees. They're nice and sturdy. 6, they're not popping out or in. Yeah? And again, 7, and release. And again, 8, and release. Good. 2 more. 9, and release. One last time. Exhale out. 10, And release. Perfect. Arms come laterally out to the side. Drop both knees over to one side, stretching through the lower back and hip area. Again, take that nice deep breath in and exhale out. Good. Let's take it over to the other side. Dropping those knees, right? And we want to be gentle here. So if that lower back bothers you, don't quite go as low. Take a deep breath in. Exhaling out. And back to the center. We're going to go onto your tippy toes. So your heels are lifted. We're going to lift it up into the bridge. So your knees are aligned. Yeah. Lifting it up and hold. We're going to hold it right here. Squeezing it. We're on those tippy toes. You can come in a little bit closer. Yeah. Hold it. Your glutes and your lower back are working. You're not on your neck. We're right on those shoulder blades. Let's hold it right here for 4, 3, 2, let's hold it. All I want you to do is stretch those arms above your head and back to the hips. 1, okay? And again, 2, and back. Come on. 3, and back. And again, 4, and back. Keep this going. 5, and back. 6, are you keeping it up there? And again, 7, good. 8, and again, last 2, 9, whew, one more time, 10, and releasing it. Oh, right, so everything um, has to work. Pull those knees into your chest. Rock it. Good work. We're going to do this one more time, but we're going to lift those hips up and down with it. So we're going to be on your tippy toes, yes? As we're going up and down, we're going to have those arms go down and up. Yes? Ready? Let's go. 1, and lift. You're on your tippy toes. 2, and lift. 3, and lift. 4, and lift. Very nice. 5, and lift. Whew. 6, and lift. 7, 8, 9. Who knew there was so many bridges, eh? One more. 10. Keep those hands here, dropping it back down. Pull those knees back in. Gentle rock side to side, massaging that lower back out. Nice deep breathing, right? Just giving your back a little bit of a break. Good work. We're not quite done that. We're going to have our hands down beside you. We're back on your tippy toes. We're not done with the bridge yet. We're going to lift your hips back up and we're going to take those knees out and in. Ready? 1. And again, 2. Yes? 3. Keep those hips up. 4. 5. 6. 7. 8. 9. One more. And 10, releasing it back down. Arms come right above the chest, pelvic tucks in. We're going to open and close the chest. Out we go. 1, and again, 2, 3, yeah, 4, and 5. Hold it right here, up on your tippy toes. Into the bridge. We're going to open and close those legs. So keeping those feet a little closer together. Open and close with your chest. Ready? 1, open those knees. 2, come on, coordination. 3, open it up. 4, whew, 5, oh, balance. 6, 7, we got this. Heels stay up. 8, 2 more. 9, last one. 10, and release. Oh, pulling those knees back into your chest. Oh, one last one, yes? We're going to stay on your tippy toes. One last one. You can feel those toes, right? Working here. We're going to lift those arms back up above your chest. Lift those hips. We're going to do small little pulses for 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. All right. We're going to pull both knees back into your chest. We're going to do a double leg stretch. So we're going to have our arms extended, our legs extended in the same time. How far you're going to go is going to depend on your lower back strength and your core strength, so the combination of that. So if I'm going to extend my arms and legs, I want to gauge this first. Then we're going to sweep those arms and pulling the knees back in. So with my head down, a little bit more comfortable, right? Not as much work. If you want to work a little bit harder, lift your head, chin tucked in, and we're going to hold this position as we're doing that sweep extension. Ready? Extending it out 1, sweep it back in, pull those knees in. And again, 2, sweep it in. 3, sweep it in. 4, sweep it in. 5, sweep it in. Again, number one complaint here will be the neck. So lift from the shoulders. 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Taking it back down, drop your head over to one side. Dropping your head over to the other side. And back to the center. Let's hold it right here. Both hands behind your ears. We're going to lift your head and shoulders. We're going to do a bicycle. We're going to do it nice and controlled. One leg extends, elbow to the opposite knee, and switch. Ready? 1, 2, nice and slow. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, keep it controlled. 8, 9, 10, keep going. 10 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. And release. We're going to stretch those arms out, stretch those legs out, give yourself a nice long extension, like somebody's pulling on those fingers and pulling on those toes. We're going to pelvic tuck it in as much as you can. So you're going to have still a semi-arch in that lower back when we're trying to pull it in. We're going to do a full roll up. So our chin tucks in. We're going to lift those arms and we're going to roll it, peeling one vertebrae at a time off your mat. And then reaching it for the toes. Yes? Come all the way back down. One vertebrae at a time. And reaching those arms back up. Good job. And again, one vertebrae at a time. Chin tucks in. Mid back, right? Into the lower back. Lifting it up nice and controlled. Try not to use too much momentum on the way up. And then coming all the way back down, arms extend. All right, let's do it again, a little bit faster. Exhale out. 3, and all the way back down and extend. And again, exhale. 4, all the way back down and extend. And again, 5, all the way back down and extend. Good, we got 5 more. Up we go. If you can't come all the way up, then bend your knees more with it, or also use your legs, right? So you can grab the back of the legs and then reaching it forward. Yes, 3 more. Down we go. And again, if you can only come to here, you can hold it here and then extend it back down. That's totally fine. Last 2. And slowly release. Excellent. One more time. Hold it right here. Nice stretch forward. And release. We're going to come down onto your elbows, okay? We're going to rest it right here. It's our beach pose, okay? So beach pose, we don't want to just sag into it. The beach pose, we want to lift everything up, yes? So elbows underneath your shoulders. We're going to take one leg, foot at the time off the ground, 90-degree angle. So what now your lower back wants to do is this, but we don't want to do that. We want to lift the chest up. We're going to keep our legs at 90-degree angle. You're going to press your feet and knees together. Let's drop your knees over to one side. One, and center, over to the other side. Two, and center. So it takes a little bit more control. Three, and center. Try to keep that 90-degree angle going. 4, 5, 6, good. 7, keep that chin slightly tucked in. 8, because again, it's the neck working as well. 9, one more. 10, we're going to drop it back to one side, hold, top leg extends. Come back down, over to the other side. Top leg extends. And back to the center. Both legs extend. And center. Other side. Yes? And center. Come on, give me 4 more. And center. 3 more. And center. Last 2. And center. 1 more time. And center. Good. Let's sit nice and upright. And especially sitting up nice and upright, taking the bottoms of your feet together because your neck is working very hard for some of these. Let's take your head over to one side. So nice little butterfly stretch, right? So knees pop out to either side, ear to shoulder, and take your ear to the other shoulder, right? Stretching through the neck. We're going to hold it right here, and I want you to lean a little bit more into those legs. If your knees are right here because you're super tight in those adductors, those inner thighs, hold on to your feet and then or your ankles, and then with your elbows, help out a little bit. So don't worry so much coming here if your knees are not allowing you to do that, okay? So it's very individual how far and how we do certain stretches. Like I'm not the most flexible in this, so I can't get my knees all the way down towards the ground. Not too bad today, actually. Holding it. And release. We're gonna lay over to your right or left side. I always do everything sort of my right, left, because then I know what I've done. So I'm gonna start lying on my right side, and I can go right down into laying into my hand or laying right down on top of that arm. That's completely up to you. I want to create a nice little straight line from my shoulder, hip, all the way down to my ankles, okay? We're gonna do a double leg lift. So with this top hand, I'm actually just gonna support myself so that I'm not rocking forward or rocking back. We're gonna lift those legs up and down. Ready? Both in the same time. 1, 2, not resting it back down. 3, 4, keep going. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. We're going to lift just slightly off the ground so bottom leg is not touching. Top leg goes up and down. Ready? 1, 2. If you kind of want to rest in your hand, you can do that too. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, one more, and 10. We're going to hold it right here. One leg comes forward, one leg goes behind scissor. 1, and switch. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more, and 10. Whew, how are we doing there? We're going to come right up onto the elbow, okay? So elbow is right underneath your shoulder. So you're in that side plank position. We're going to keep your hip down. And all we're going to do is, if you're looking down to the knee, we want your knee aligned with that hip as well. So again, shoulder, hip, knee alignment. Your feet are going to be bent back. So we don't want this, yeah? We want to push it back there. We're going to hold it right here. we're going to thread the needle with a clam. So what I want you to do is you're going to wrap it under. As we're coming up, we're going to lift your knee off the bottom knee, but your feet stay together. Okay? So wrapping it under, ready? And clam 1. And again, down and 2. And again, 3, opening it up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, last one, and 10. We're going to come right up into a side plank. So if you need a little bit more cushioning, grab an extra towel for you underneath your elbows. We're going to come right up into the side plank, holding it. We're going to clamshell it up and down, but that hip stays off the ground this time. Okay, ready? Up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. Hold the side plank. Lengthen that top leg up and down for 10. 9, 8, 7. How are you feeling? 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, that bottom leg, bend it a little bit closer in. That back leg, bending it behind. Come all the way up into a little mermaid position. We can hang on to the back ankle and then reaching it up and over. So we get that nice stretch into that side that we just worked, into the shoulder. And releasing it down. All right, are you ready for the other side? We're going to switch it over. Again, we can be lying right on top of the arm, or we can just keep your hand underneath your head, right? Completely up to you. Legs are aligned, nice straight line. Okay, we're going to take both legs up and down. You ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to do exactly what we did on the other side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 1 more, and 10. Bottom leg is lifting just slightly up off the ground, top leg up and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, good, 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Scissoring it out, ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Whew. We're going to come right up on the elbow, side plank position, but we're going to stay with our hip to start off with, down, bending those legs, yes, threading the needle with the clam. Okay, so wrapping it under, opening the knees. You ready? Down we go, opening it up. 1, 2, so my hip is still rested down. 3, good. 4, 5, you got this. 6, 7, 8, 9, 1 more, and 10. Good job. We're going to lift yourself all the way up, okay? And we're going to clam it out and in. Ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Keep that hip up. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hold the plank. Leg goes straight up and down for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Back over on all fours into your child's pose, arms extended. All the hard stuff is done. Head going right down. Nice little child's pose. Give yourself that deep breath going in and out. Good work. Let's walk it over to one side. Nice little C shape, right? So your top hand, so in my case, my left arm is reaching away. My right hand is only supporting me. So I'm after my left lats, lower back, hip. Walking it back to the center. Same stretch to the other side. Nice extension to those lats. Breathing into it. Taking it back to the center. We're going to come all the way forward, lowering those hips down into the up dog, rolling the shoulders down your spine. You got this. We're going to take ourselves back on all fours. Hands are right underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. Give me a nice little cat and cow. Exhale, tucking the tailbone under, working more from that lower back. So shifting your weight a little bit more into the heels. Inhale into that arch. And again, exhale 2. And inhale, arch. And again, exhale 3. And inhale, arch. And again, give me 2 more. And release. Last one. And release. Perfect. We're going to step 1 foot forward. Doesn't really matter which leg. Hands go to the inside of that foot. Back foot tucks under, knee off the ground. Lowering yourself into that stretch. So that leg in the front, make sure it's your ankle and knees aligned, okay? So your knee doesn't go past the toe. If this is too hard, you can also drop your knee down or go grab a chair, right? And then hang on to the chair. Put your elbows on the chair. Whatever you need to do to adjust. Good work. We're going to drop down to the knee, point your toe back. We're going to take it back into a seated position on your heel. If that's too hard, just stay right here. If you can sit right back, we're going to sit right into that heel. And your front leg, we're going to flex that foot in as much as we can to get that nice hamstring stretch, back of the calf. If this is not comfortable, as I said, you don't have to sit back on the heel. Just go as low as you feel comfortable. Breathing into it. And releasing it back up. We're going to switch sides. Opposite leg comes forward, hands to the inside, pushing that knee towards your shoulder. Back knee comes off the ground, lowering yourself into that stretch as much as we can. Right? So again, your ankle, knees aligned, knee, hip is aligned. Right? I know it's hard to see today with my black pants and black shirt. Nice little stretch. Let's hold it right here. Keep your head in alignment. Off your spine. Good work. We're going to drop to the knee, point your toes back, and pushing it back into that seated position. Flexing your foot in, leaning forward into that nice stretch. So getting that nice flex of the foot, back of the heel, stretching up your calves into the back of the hamstring. Okay, so again, depending on where you're tightest. And releasing back out of it. Good work. We're going to hold it right here, sitting back onto those heels. And again, if that's not comfortable, you can come right on top of the knees. Hands go behind you. We're going to open up the chest, squeeze the shoulder blades. Just moving your head side to side. You did a phenomenal job. And this is where I want you to take the opportunity to maybe stay in this moment on your mat, towel, carpet. If you're maybe on your bed right now, it doesn't really matter. And just take this moment and maybe go into a lying down position and really focusing on your deep breathing. And even if you do that for another 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes, right? And really tune in with your body, being in the moment, being in the now. It's really important. And it's also the really maybe letting go of everything that's going on, right? So let the mind go and try not to think about anything. And that's hard. That's really difficult to do. And as soon as you feel a thought coming and interrupting what you're trying to do, invite it in and then let it go. And again, there's techniques that you can learn to do that with, but really try to do that. And sometimes how I distract myself with that is I learn how to count first. So I'm inhaling and exhaling. So maybe inhale for 4 or 5 counts, exhale 4 to 5 counts. And in that way, because I'm counting, I can't really think of something else other than focusing on the counting. So give that a try, right? So if you're not in the best mood today, or if you're feeling sad, if you're feeling anything you're feeling, and you're kind of going, you know what, I could really use the deep breathing, this is the time to do it. All right. So thank you for joining me. My name is Sonja Badesi, and I will be seeing you for our next workout, right? If I can use my mouse. Bye.